Tell me about maybe crimes. We can say the most serious crimes in your country.
Oh, yeah. I'm scared of crime.
Yeah, of course.
And
Everyone.
I've seen many crime and many difficult situation on television, and mm, luckily I don't uh, face in any crime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you haven't faced, so
yeah,
okay, that's really
I,
good. You have,
yeah.
yeah,
I just saw it is on television and read it on the newspaper.
of
Yeah.
course. And do you think Vietnam is a safe country to live?
Um, yeah, I can say that Vietnam is a safe country to live, um, especially in the place that I am living in Ho Chi Minh
Yeah.
City. I
Ah,
find
of course.
it's a peaceful um, society here. So,
Yeah, of course, of course. So you have a peaceful environment, like yeah, society like environment is better. So yeah, and that's really good actually, because as I know, it's crowded city, right? Ho Chi Minh City is really crowded, right?
yeah, that is
Yeah,
crowded.
so, yeah,
But I say that it's safe with crime, but
yeah,
we also still have some difficulties such as the thief and the environment
yeah, theft,
and
of
oh
course.
yeah,
Actually, it's really normal. So everywhere, so theft or I don't know, pickpocketing. So there are some,
yeah,
you
marketing
know, yeah,
everywhere.
of course. Well,
Yeah,
actually, today, because you mentioned really good things, so it's like, some crimes maybe are not really serious. So like, for example, pickpocketing, so they are not really. So we have different types of crime. So today, as you can guess, we're going to talk about crimes and criminals. And first of all, we have violent crimes. We have petty crimes, it's not really important. So let me write here. So we have violent petty crime. So it's like not really important, not really serious. Okay. And we have also property crimes. So different. First of all, let's talk about petty crime. So not really important, as I told you, like shoplifting or pickpocketing. Of course, they're crimes, but maybe. So the first one, shoplifting. So you know that stealing something from a shop, shoplifting. And we have pickpocketing. So again, stealing from someone's bag or pocket. So you know that this is pickpocketing. And we have another that is trespassing. So let me write about and discuss. Write it, okay, trespassing. Okay, well, so what is this one? Especially, for example, that celebrities, like they have lots of fans. And some people go on private property without permission. Just they want to go. Actually, they don't want to hurt. Just I don't know what's the reason behind it. So why do they do this? But trespassing is going on private property. For example, your neighbor is not allowed, but they come. So it's not really important, but of course it's a kind of crime. But actually the problem in the world is with violent crimes or most serious. So maybe we can say the first one that I want to mention here, and unfortunately we hear lots of news every day, is rape. Have you ever heard, and do you have any idea about the meaning of this word?
rape. Yeah, I've heard that because I am an a member of a group called the group we work for to protect the children from rape, from
Oh,
rape,
very good.
rape. So I've heard and learned some document about this crime.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
That's
and,
yeah, of
and
course. That's really good actually.
yeah, we have a policy to deal with the the, 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 the people who make it,
Yeah.
and we have lawyer to protect the children from this situation.
Right, of course. Yeah, I know. So, and you know, you can use comment with people who commit a crime,
Yeah,
like, you know, especially, you know, like rape, that is really serious. And you know that it's really dangerous, really serious. And unfortunately, nowadays, especially about children. So we need to find the ways to take care, to protect. And that's really good that you are a member of group. So that's
yeah,
really good. And we have another one that is murder. Again, you know this one, also like
yeah.
killing people, so you know. And we have kidnapping. So how about this one? Do you know?
Um, yeah. I've knows it's a real film, Hollywood films.
Of course, of course. Well, so kidnapping and kidnapper, someone who does. And you know that take a person away, especially illegally by force, usually in order to demand money. So like this. So we say kidnapping, that is another one. And we have actually genocide. So what is this? So let me write here, genocide. So what is this one? This actually, maybe when you target individuals or group of people, okay, because of a particular group of people. So because of different reason. So we can say that and that you behave, I don't know, we can say against humanity. So we say that is genocide. So, for example, yeah, we heard a lot about, I don't know, in the past or now. So, how some people behave towards another people. So, because of this, like races or, for example, religion or everything. So, and we say that is genocide. So, uh, it can be racial or religious, or for example, any different reason. So maybe due to nationality. So that is, some people are killed, some people, I don't know, are annoyed because of their religion, because of their, for example, race. So that is genocide. Okay, and unfortunately, because of culture, for example, so this is another problem that we have in the world, especially, you know, in modern life, unfortunately, modern world we have. And we have another one that is mugging. So what is this one? Okay, mugging, again, when someone attacks another person to steal their money. But it's like it's not pickpocketing, because when we say pickpocketing, it just, you know, they steal something and you don't figure out, like, you know, something happened. But mocking, they attack you and take your money. So which one, tell me which one we can say that can be seen in your country, which of these crimes, so petty crimes or violent crimes, or which one have you heard about?
Uh, yeah. Is mocking is a problem that I have seen when people attack um, grocery or a store who where sell gold or diamond.
Ah, of course.
So yeah, I've seen some um, cases on television about mugging.
Yeah, of course, about mugging. Yeah, well, so, and we have property crime. So let's talk about this one. And then, of course, we keep going with our book. So we have property. So, for example, we have a crime that is damaging public or private property. We see vandalism. I don't know why some people, it's normally happened for some political reasons, you know? So we have vandalism, that is damaging public or private. So it can be private property.
Yeah.
So this is about the first one. So as I told you, it's normally happen when, I don't know, when it comes to political reasons, though, I don't know, people didn't want to show maybe their dissatisfaction about a situation or condition, so they do this. And we have burglary, stealing from a house. Yeah. We have car theft, stealing someone's car. So there are actually some property crimes that we can mention. Well, and now, so you tell me, do you think we can take any actions to have a safer or more secure environment to live? Or government should?
Yeah, I think that in individual uh, opinion, I don't think any person can solve this problem. It just can be solved by the government or a large group of people,
Of
because
course.
it's a large um, uh, is yeah, a huge um, matter of our society.
Yeah, of course, of course.
uh,
What?
and we
And
can solve this by education. Yeah, people.
raising people, educating or raising
Yeah,
awareness.
awareness of
Of course,
people. Yeah.
raising awareness, of course. Well, and now let's see what we have in your book. So the first word of this lesson is sentence. Sentence means punishment. So sentence means punishment. And you normally, for example, as you can see here, death penalty is the highest sentence for a criminal. So we serve, for example, if someone commits a crime, they need to serve sentence. For example, serve prison sentence. And as I told you, that's a kind of punishment, but we don't say punishment. For example, when we say serve a sentence, it means they need to go to. They need to complete a term, for example, a prison sentence, they need to go. So they serve prison sentence. So they, for example, they serve all the sentence. Like, for example, we can say, I don't know, community service. So the verb serve can be used when talking about sentence. Uh, for example, she served, okay, she served out her sentence in prison in New York. She served. It means she stayed in prison, okay, because she did something wrong, illegal. So this is the first word. And the second one, pickpocketing. So we just talked about it, so I'm not going to do. Okay, and normally, unfortunately, especially in public places, so we see something like, I don't know, pickpocketing, and it happens. And shoplifting, again, we just discussed, so stealing. something from shop. Of course, using CC camera, TV cameras, so we can say that there is no big problem with shoplifting nowadays because everything is under control. And theft. So you know that. Stealing. But for example, car theft, stealing someone's car. But actually, we have two forms of it. Let me say something. We have carjacking. Okay, so what is this? Let me write. We have carjacking and car theft. So what's the difference between car theft and carjacking? When you steal someone's car, when they are not in the car. So, okay, this car, okay, I found this car, so let's take it. So this is car theft. Carjacking means people are in the car and you take them by force. You take their car. So for example, I don't know, a family, a woman, for example, is in the car and you take her or his car by force. That is carjacking, like hijacking about plane. We have this. Okay, so this is about theft. Theft rate has increased dramatically in major cities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City in recent years, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, unfortunately. And we have community service. So actually, I like this one. So, yeah, serving prison sometimes sentence is essential, especially when it comes to some specific crimes. But sometimes we can do something else. I don't know, for example, you can, let me say something, how to use community service. For example, she was sentenced to, for example, 10 hours to 20 hours of community service for her crime. So you can use it like a passive, for example, someone. She was sentenced, okay? Sentenced to, okay, the preposition is really important. So 2 hours, so it can be to, for example, I don't know, to work somewhere, to, for example, 1 or 10 hours doing something. Okay, so to something, to do something for her crime. What do you think about community service? Do you agree?
Yeah, I totally agree with this sentence. And what you have talked remind me about a cartoon named Car. And McQueen is faced with community service, like by laundry, but by
Yeah.
doing the new street. Yeah.
Actually, that's really good. So, it can be really helpful, but there are different aspects. So we're going to talk about this one, why community service can be good sentence for criminals. Of course, as I told you, not for every crime. So we know that. But why do you think it can be useful? For in different aspect, it can be useful. So what do you think?
Yeah. I think it's very useful because what they've done is value for the society.
Yeah,
And
very good.
yeah, and via this activity, people can learn and rethink about what they have done, and
Of course.
yeah, and can education them not to commit it again.
Yeah, can learn, of course. And I do agree with you, especially when someone, especially we can say people who commit a crime for the first time and they need to serve a prison sentence. So they go, okay, it's okay, so acceptable, but this is the first time. They can learn what they don't know. You know, because they are in prison now. Okay, let's learn something new from all the criminals. This is the first time. And the second one is that if they are accepted when they actually go back to society, no, they are not. And if they have any position to work, so, okay, there is no job, so I commit a crime again. But if I learn something, if I do some community service, so why not? Then I have a chance to work because I know. So actually, as I told you, in different aspects, it's really good to serve and, for example, to sentence people, community service, to, I don't know, do some community service. It can be anything. So it can be working at hospital, for example. Why not? That's really good. But it depends on the judge. And, you know, it's really normal and common in my country. How about your country? Is it common in your country to order community service?
Yeah, it's very common in my country, but not very common. You know, when people face to any problems, yeah, they can they can do this.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but not much.
Yeah, of course. Well, and now let's make some sentences using the words that we just learned. So it's your turn, Helen.
Uh, yeah, the first one.
Sentence, how to use it.
Pardon? You want me to make
Of
sentences with
course,
this
using
word?
sentence. Of course, using sentence.
Yeah. Um, I think this crime uh, and be aware of the tip on the streets because you can face something worse than you lose some property or you can face with violence.
Yeah, of course, you can face violent. And
Um, the number two,
yeah,
pickpocketing. Um, yeah, I think the government should have a policy to prevent the pickpocketing to attract uh, the, the tourists to our country.
very good. Very good, of course.
In community service um, should be applied to people who commit a crime because via this action we can education them not
Yeah,
to commit again.
yeah, of course, it should be ordered. Yeah, of course. Yeah. And well, so let me ask you about another crime that we actually didn't talk about that's really important, I think, especially nowadays, cyber crimes. So what do you think about cyber crimes, Helen?
On the internet.
Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
So
Um,
we have different types of cyber crimes. So, but totally, what do you think about it? So, because especially nowadays, children, teenager, young people, so everyone uses the internet and for different reasons. So for fun, for doing work, but you know, fortunately, there are some crimes that are happening and we can't avoid, we can't prevent. So what can we do? So it's like, you know that we have theft.
yeah,
So they steal your credit card information they get and they use it really easily. Or for example, I don't know, they block your computer using some softwares and then you need to pay money. So, or I don't know, so different, we have different crime. So what do you think?
Um, yeah, I think cyber crimes is a big problem on now, especially on the internet um, and the social media. And every country has a policy uh, to to um, to protect their um, security. And for me, I just can for in video, yeah. And as a mom, I can just can protect my kids to face with this problem
Of
because
course.
I will education them not to go to the internet uh, without my protect, and I can protect them from any websites, or I can manage
Yeah, of
their
course.
action when they are surfing the internet.
Of course. So you can control, you
I
can observe.
yeah to reach in a mature enough age to surf the
Yes.
internet. Yeah,
Of course, very good. So as you said, you try to educate, to train them, to educate them, to raise their awareness about, of course, online, especially when they go online. So we say we go online. So internet, no, we surf the internet, but we
yeah,
go online. So especially, and you can monitor and
yeah,
check and control what they do. So this way, maybe you can avoid, yeah, you can avoid some crimes like cyber crimes that nowadays are really popular, unfortunately.
yeah,
Well, behind bars, so the EDM that we have, it's really clear. They are bars and behind bars in prison, in jail. So, yeah, you'd better ask Kevin to give you a lift. You can be put behind bars for drink driving. So tell me, is it, so what is the sentence for drink driving in your country?
yeah. In Vietnam, we have policies with drinking driver. For example, they have a ban to drive from 1 or 3 years.
Yeah,
Uh, they have suffered and commit this problem.
yeah,
But is I think it is not enough force to provide people from drinking driving. Yeah,
of,
it's because it's very dangerous for people.
of course.
Yeah, but in Vietnam we don't have enough strong policy for them. I
Of
should
course.
apply much more uh,
Yeah,
policy on them.
of
Yeah,
course, maybe some rules should be set because it's
yeah,
really important, as you said, that's really important because
yeah,
it can actually, yeah, put other people's lives in danger, not only yourself. So it's
yeah.
really important.
That's right.
Yeah,
But
but
I think in the US you have a very strict policy in
yeah,
this matter. Yeah,
it depends. So in different states. So, but of course we do. So we do, and even prison. So they need to go to the jail. So because of, yeah, of course, if you're drunk, you are not allowed to drive. So if you do this, so it depends on what you do. So how much you are drunk. So it depends. So we have different sentences that I think is really essential. But in the US, in different states, unfortunately, we have different, a bit, slightly, not totally,
yeah,
slightly different rules. For example, let me say something about shoplifting. For example, if a shoplifter, if it actually thief, steals something from shop, And the value of this, actually, that thing is, for example, less than 1,000 bucks. So it's okay. It
Oh,
can't be
really?
considered.
Okay. I don't think so.
Yeah, of course, in some states, unfortunately, in some
Yeah.
states, we not, as I told you, they're different, but we have. Like, for example, yeah, it's not, it's so small, so they need to call the police. So because of this, so it's okay, like this. So people try to steal something less than actually,
Yeah.
yeah, 1,000, so it's okay. Just I need something to eat, let's take it. Yeah, we have, unfortunately, but we have strict rules about drinking, driving. Okay. Well, let's talk about the structure of the day. So that is to be caught. So as you can see, this is passive form. Caught, past form of catch. And that is to be caught, to be arrested. So a boy was caught stealing books from a bookshop. So such a cultured book. He was stealing books. That's really good, actually. It's like, no, yeah, sometimes, actually, some people are really weird. They steal some things that are really unusual, like, okay, stealing books because they want to read.
Yeah.
You know how I say, wow. So this person is really cultured one, but
Yes.
unfortunately conditioned.
I think we will
Like,
we need to help them.
yeah, of course. Sometimes, so because of this, I say sometimes it's not good to catch people to arrest just for doing something, because you know there is a reason that maybe we need to pay careful attention to the reason to try to solve the issue. So to be caught or to be arrested. So that is really good, because you know that no matter why we use passive, because actually no matter who, just you know, police or I don't know, someone else. So we can say when someone does something wrong, commits a crime, they can be caught, okay, for something. My cousin was caught pickpocketing, just as you can see. If you use a verb after that, you need to use ing form. So the boy was caught in stealing book. My cousin was caught pickpocketing 3 times this month at the bus station. So after to be caught, we use ing form of verb. Okay, well, now let's use it. You make sentences using to be caught.
Uh, uh, Thieves were caught um, stealing uh, stealing goods from at a supermarket by a camera security system.
So, CC cameras. Okay, so the thief was caught stealing, okay, or was caught shoplifting,
Yeah.
okay, and you know it was recorded by CC cameras, so you know that we have cameras to control, yeah. Well, and now, so do you have any questions related to the structure, Helen, or the words, the phrases that we just learned?
Yeah, yeah. Can I ask you some a sentence? Uh,
Of course.
what will we say if I think that my cousin was caught pickpocketing? So my cousin is a bad person, and
Yeah.
how do we say when my cousin sees someone caught pickpocketing 3 times? So
So let me say something. For example, uh, we have actually, first of all, when we say to be caught, it's not only used for bad things. For example, I was caught in a shower. So that is, you know, it's like I was caught, so it's okay. So you can use it in different. okay, in different actually situations. But I didn't get what you mean. So could you explain it, clarify it, or paraphrase so that I can understand what you want to know?
Yeah, I know what you mean, and but I want to ask you, how can I say if uh, in this sentence, my cousin worked hard pickpocketing 3 times, so that means my cousin is the thief. Yeah, is this right? My cousin is a thief. But what can I say if my cousin is not a thief, but my cousin just saw someone who was a thief?
Ah, you want to say that if we can use it was caught, so of course, for example, here, let me say, here you don't need to use passive. For example, my cousin caught someone, was caught, no, my cousin caught someone, okay,
Yeah,
when
so we
pickpocketing.
change,
So here,
yeah, we change the
here,
structure. My
of
cousin
course,
caught
passive to active, of
that
course,
boy
of course.
pickpocketing 3 times
Of
when he on the way to work. So
Yeah, of course. So it's like if you change it from passive to active, you can easily say that, okay, I caught someone when doing something.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah?
yeah. So I'm not the thief. Yeah, I
No, of
just
course you
saw
are not. When
someone
we say a
who.
passive, when we use passive, actually, the action refers to you. But when it's active, you are the subject. So you see something, you observe something, you catch someone. So,
Yeah.
of
Okay,
course.
I got it.
Yeah, okay. Well, and now we have a listening. So let's listen. Okay, and let's see. I think we have just one moment. Let me check. It's because reading is not really clear. If I can find the audio, that will be great. Oh, there is no audio. We need to read it. Okay, so but it's really difficult. So let me help you. So it's reading. There is no listening. There's no audio for it. Okay, a man is caught stealing books from a bookshop. The judge asks why he did it, and the thief says he loves books. What is the man's punishment? A prison. A prison sentence, a big fine? No, the man is sent to read stories and books to hospital patients. And he enjoys the job and continues to do it after many years. Welcome to the world. Ah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so if you were a judge, so what sentence would you order?
I think I will hire that thief to
Yeah,
to work for a library, so he can work for the library and he can read the books at the same time. So it's good for them and it's good for me.
yeah, of course, that's really good. And especially, sometimes, well, for example, some people have
But
good
without
voice.
salary. Without
Yeah,
salary.
of course, of course.
Yeah, that's the sentence.
Yeah, of course. That's like, but that's really interesting, especially so if they have good voice, that's really good. You can enjoy. So actually, the word of alternative sentence, that is really good. We have different alternatives. Why only prison? And about death, because we read about death sentence, do you have something like this?
Yeah, I've read some big problem in Vietnam recently. They have faced to death sentence. Yeah,
Yeah,
can be changed.
yeah, of course, of course. Well, so it's really scary. It's really
Yeah,
scary, I think.
big
Actually.
problems.
Yeah, and do you think alternative sentences are good actually ideas?
Can you say it again?
Alternative sentences. Do you find them good ideas? Do you think they're useful?
Um, yeah, I think is community work is alternative sentences when someone who faced with crime.
Yeah, of course. And so if you wanted, I didn't suggest any alternative sentences, what would you suggest?
Um, yeah, I think that we send them to uh, um, uh, rural area to do
Yeah,
something for
of
people. Yeah, I
course.
think
Yeah, farming, gardening, helping. Yeah, of course, I do agree.
yeah,
That's really
anything to help people. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good.
of course. That's really good. Well, we got oh, let's keep going. Ah, just before I forget, let me give you a word. That is because you talked about, the structure. So this word is really good. Witness. So we can use it as a noun or verb. So how to use it? First of all, witness is someone who is asked to be present at a particular event. For example, I see something happen.
Yeah,
So something is happening and I see. So for example, there are two witnesses for this, for example, shoplifting. So it's like they saw. So you can see, and you also use it as a verb. For example, she witnessed the accident. She saw. So this way, again, if you want to have a noun or a good verb, you can use this one. So as a verb or as a noun, if you are a witness, it means you saw something, you observed a crime, or you can say you witnessed again as a verb. So this way you can use.
yeah, I got it.
So yeah, your cousin can caught someone. Your cousin can witness someone. So both
Yeah,
of them are correct. Okay. Well, and now let's see. Well, tell me about, do you have any idea about the safest country to live? Have you ever heard about, I know because we have a list, I think, that some countries are really safe, some countries are really dangerous to live. So do you think your country is safe country? So of course we talked about it, but tell me, so about the policemen, they do well their job? Or, for example, everywhere is for example, about China, I heard, of course, my students told me that um, in China, because everything is under control, like, you can see lots of police officers or, for example, CC cameras everywhere. So crime rate is really low. So have you heard it? Do you have any idea about it? Have you heard it?
yeah. I've heard some cases in just in the far away or the rural area of China, but
Yeah.
in big city, I don't think it's happened.
Of course. And of course, tell me about, for example, your country. So we are talking about your country. So pickpocketing, if you witness, so you go somewhere, you witness, oh, shoplifting, someone is stealing something, what your reaction would be? So it's like you call
So
the police, you do nothing.
you know, uh, if I can, if you are a tourist, go to for to travel in my country, and if you or you witness some thief is doing some is stealing something, and I think that's our that we are not selfish, but we should not do anything because the thief are sometimes very dangerous for us. They can attack us or do something with us.
Yeah, of
So we
course.
just saw and say something or call the police not to solve the
To be
problem.
involved. You mean you shouldn't be involved. Like, you know, yeah, of course, you shouldn't
that
be walked,
situation.
of course, but
Yeah.
secretly call the police. Like, you know, secretly just call the police because,
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
this
Not
thief,
to solve this problem.
of course, may hurt you, may attack you. So, of course, I do agree with
Yeah.
you. Well, of course. And what is the most common crime in your country? I think in every country. So, what is the most? Petty
Yeah.
thefts or pickpocketing?
Murder. Yeah. I say something about murder because of love or because of property. Yeah.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
Killing people because of properties?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just the thief want to enter a home at the midnight and they want to steal something, but they are caught by the owner, so they attack them and
Yeah. Oh, I know. I know what you say. Of course, I know. Yeah. And what are the possible causes of, so let's see, poverty, drugs, alcohol, family condition, negative affected by violence and TV. So which one can be maybe the most important cause of crime?
I think the most um, is lack of education. Yeah, because yeah, that person is growing without education. Maybe they are homeless or they are um, yeah they are and they are drug drugaholic. Yeah, drug,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
of
and can
course.
cause this crime.
Yeah, of course. And you know, what do you think about, let me write a word on the board. It's not bad to know it and to talk about it. Just let me erase. Okay, well. So deterrent. So first of all, let's talk about the meaning against crime. What is this? What is this word? Is a discouragement. So what is that? You know the meaning of encouragement. When someone does something really good, of course we encourage. Say, well, you did. And how about this one, deterrent? So it's like, you know, okay, you know, there are some consequences. So that, okay, don't do this. If you do that, for example, you need to go to the jail. So discourage, when you actually make people aware of the consequences of what they do. So of course we have different, for example, we can say that prison can be considered, but I think prison won't act as a deterrent. Why no? Because, just prison, so it's okay. Maybe it will become.
Yeah,
But what, so first of all, what do you think about deterrence? So discourage people, make them aware of the consequences of what they do.
um, yeah. I think it depends on that person who who's who is faced in the sentence, and um, if they are um, a person who not scared to live behind the bar, so when we send them to prison, it's not matter
Yeah,
at all.
of
Yeah,
course. Yeah,
but if they are a person who are shy with the society or with friend or family, so we have changed the policy to apply to them. Yeah.
of course. And I heard something, I'm not sure about this, just I heard that, you know, I think in one Asian country that, Dubai, I
Yeah.
heard. And I heard that actually uh, theft rate is zero, zero. And
Yeah.
if you leave everything in the street, they don't take. So I heard, and why? I want to say about discouragement. So because actually, if you steal someone's, so pickpocketing, I don't know, some things like, from someone, your hand will be cut.
Oh,
I
yeah.
heard. I'm not sure, but and because of this, because I was like, so why this country? Yeah, we know that some countries are
It's
really
a
safe.
strict policy. Yeah.
Yeah, and that, I was like, really? I think this is a really good example of deterrent. So you
Yeah.
make people afraid of. So when you
Uh,
say go to just it's okay, let's go to the jail, so it's okay. So and
yeah.
it's not bad. Sometimes they okay, wait, they have nowhere to stay, so let's go to the jail and stay.
Yeah.
And but when you know that something will happen that actually will affect your health, it's so scary. And I
Yes.
think that is really good idea. You don't, but you don't do, but they know that if happens, it's really scary.
Yeah. That's.
It's really
I
scary.
think
But
it's
I need
work.
to, yeah, of
Yeah.
course, I need to search if it's true because I heard it and I'm not sure if it's.
Yeah.
One of my Indian students told
I don't
me,
think it's a human. It's
yeah,
a,
of
yeah,
course, of course,
human.
it's not. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course, it's far from humanity, of course. But why they decided to do this, and if they really do, because as I told you, my Indian student told me, so maybe they know better. They told me that there is a law, like policy and law like this in Dubai. I'm not sure. I was like, wow, that's really scary how you can do this with people. But people don't do. They don't steal anything.
Yeah.
Well, and to what extent do you agree that crime rate is often higher in urban areas than in rural area?
And I think that the crime rate is higher in urban area. Yeah, because it's a crowded places and it's uh, complex kind of people, and yeah, um, they the thief or the crime is uh, happen very often.
Yeah, of course, of course. Well, and do you think that the increase in youth crime can result from violence? Movies. So I think so. What do you think about it?
Yeah. I think it can be the problem, and we should set a level, an age um, for the young people that it can so that they can reach to mature enough to watch a movie and social media, because
Or
when they are growing up to a certain age, they can have enough education, and they know what they are doing, and yeah,
of
and they
course.
can uh, take the responsibility of what they have done.
Of
Yeah,
course. So yeah, as you said, yeah, I think yeah, they maybe TV programs, everything, or on social use, the use of social media should be categorized to
yeah,
different ages. Like, if you are not mature enough to be
yeah,
responsible for what you do, so of course you're not allowed to watch and to, of course, to be affected, influenced by what you see. So I
yeah.
definitely agree with you. And the last question, to what extent do you agree that death penalty is the best way? No, it's not. I'm not sure about this. I don't agree, definitely.
Yeah, me too. I'm
Um,
not sure if it's the best way to control, but I think people always um, scared of that. So I think it's
this is deterrent. This is
yeah,
deterrent,
it's,
actually.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, of course, but I don't know. It's not, as you said, humanity is really different from what they do. It's like killing,
That's
and it's
right.
not.
But
Maybe they can serve a life sentence. in prison, whole life.
Whole
I
life.
think, yeah, they can serve a life sentence in prison. Just, like for whole life. But, I don't know, that's killing people. Oh, it's really scary. Well, okay, my dear Helen. So the topic of crimes and, of course, punishment. So we discussed it. And do you have any question related to the spirit, word, phrase, or something that you didn't get?
Uh, yeah, I got what you have taught me, and I think I will read um, the document about to protect children again,
Uh,
yeah uh, to take to take notes about everything in
of
right,
course.
yeah, to learn something
That's
more.
really important, of course, because fortunately, I saw something in YouTube, one actually a teenager. So you know that some online friendships, like, okay, you find someone and you know that they share some fake photos, they are not real. And
Yeah,
they
that's
actually, yeah, started a relationship, and the girl was really. And one night, actually, the boy asked the girl to go. Okay,
yeah,
just go and let's have some fun together. Just come and visit my house. And the girl said
yeah,
yes,
many
and she
many cases
goes.
like this.
Of course, she goes, and when the parents are slept, she goes. Fortunately, uh, actually, the boy was someone actually like familiar, like acquaintances of her father.
Yeah,
So, and he was at the age of her father. And of course, he called the father, okay, come please, because something like that happened, and your daughter is talking to me, and she want to come and visit my house. And father, of course, arrives, and they get the daughter. So it's like, how scary is that? You're going to someone's house, and you have no idea who he is.
that's right.
So, unfortunately, so it's better to read document. So
Yeah,
read,
that's right.
read, and tell me
Yeah,
if you find something good, just tell me, because knowing is really good.
yeah, of
Thank
course.
you. Thank you so much, my dear Helen. It was really good time with you, and have a fruitful week.
Yeah, thank you, teacher.
You're
Yeah,
welcome. You're welcome. Goodbye.
bye, teacher.